we are going to compare the right transverse sinus and the left transverse sinus. This transverse sinus, basically it is a paired sinus. This right transverse sinus is the continuation of the superior sagittal sinus. SSS, it represents the superior sagittal sinus. While the left transverse sinus, it is the continuation of the straight sinus. Straight sinus we have discussed earlier. This straight sinus is formed by the union of the great cerebral vein of the brain plus inferior sagittal sinus. These two structures unite to form the straight sinus. In this diagram, this is the left side, this is the left transverse sinus, and this is the right transverse sinus. This is the straight sinus. This straight sinus continues towards the left side and becomes the left transverse sinus, while it is the superior sagittal sinus which turns towards the right side and becomes the right transverse sinus, and this is the region around the internal occipital protuberance. This accidents and this changes takes occurs around the internal occipital protuberance. So it is the superior sagittal sinus continuation, it is the continuation of the straight sinus towards the left side. This right transverse sinus is larger than this left transverse sinus. It is smaller in size, it is larger in the size. Now the both have a common features. Both are present along the posterior margin of the attachment of the tentorium cerebelli. If you see, this is the tentorium cerebelli. Tentorium cerebelli attachment, it is the anterior margin, this is the posterior margin. This posterior margin completely, it is the transverse sinus. Right side is the right transverse sinus, left side it is the left transverse sinus. So both sinus are present along the posterior margin of the attachment of tentorium cerebelli, that is present along the occipital bone. And both terminate as the continuation of the sigmoid sinus. What is the fate of these two transverse sinus? See in this diagram. This is the right and this is the left transverse sinus. Near the mastoid angle of the parietal bone, it becomes a S-shaped sinus. This S-shaped sinus is known as the sigmoid sinus. So both transverse sinus continue as the sigmoid sinus on the both sides. Now the sigmoid sinus, it is the right and the left sigmoid sinus. In this diagram, this is the left one and this is the right one, sigmoid sinus. This one. If you compare, see features, both are continuation of the transverse sinus. Here, this is the transverse, this is the transverse sinus. Now, at this point, it becomes the sigmoid sinus. Both begins from the mastoid angle of the parietal bone. This point, this is the postero-inferior angle. Or say the mastoid angle of the parietal bone. Both terminates in the posterior part of the jugular foramen. This is the jugular foramen on the both sides. And this sigmoid sinus on the both sides terminates in the posterior part of the jugular foramen and continue as the internal jugular vein on the both sides. Means the internal jugular vein is the continuation of this sigmoid sinus on the both sides. As you see, the right transverse sinus is larger than the left transverse sinus. So right internal jugular vein is the larger in size than the left internal jugular vein. Now this is an important point. Both the sigmoid sinus, it is known as the sigmoid sinus because it is the S-shape. So it is the sigmoid sinus. Both the sigmoid sinus are related with the seventh cranial nerve, and It is the mastoid ear cells. A thin plate of bone. Thin plate of bone. Thin plate of bone separates this sinus from these two structures, as a result of which the infection of the middle ear or the infection of the mastoid ear cells leads to thrombosis in the sigmoid sinus, which can be spread into the internal jugular vein. Now, there is another point. It is the confluence of the sinus. It is asked, what is the confluence of the sinus? This confluence of the sinus is present near the internal occipital protuberance. Near the internal occipital protuberance, this confluence of the sinus is present. Basically, it is the dilated end of the right transverse sinus. At the confluence of sinus, there are 5 sinuses related with each other. They are connected with each other. The first, it is the straight sinus. Paired, it is the left transverse sinus and the right transverse sinus. Then, it is the superior sagittal sinus. And the last, it is the occipital sinus. This occipital sinus is present along the posterior margin of falx cerebelli. Posterior margin of the falx cerebelli. If you see, this is the falx cerebelli. It is the base and the apex. It is the anterior margin concave and the posterior margin convex. This convex margin is blue color and it represents this occipital sinus. So, at the confluence of sinus, these 5 dual venous sinuses are connected with each other and it is present around the internal occipital protuberance, most commonly towards the right side. Now, if you see, last important, it is the superior petrosal sinus. And inferior petrosal sinus. In this diagram, this is the superior petrosal sinus. Both are the pair sinus, superior and inferior. They are present on the both sides. This is the SPN, this is the superior petrosal sinus. We have discussed in the cavernous sinus that the superior petrosal sinus connects the cavernous sinus along with the transverse sinus. And this superior petrosal sinus is present along the superior border of petrous temporal bone, PTB, petrous temporal bone. Its superior border provides this position of the superior petrosal sinus. Now the inferior petrosal sinus. This inferior petrosal sinus in this diagram, this is the inferior. This is the inferior. Sorry, this is the inferior. Inferior petrosal sinus. This inferior petrosal sinus connects this cavernous sinus with the internal jugular vein. And one feature, this inferior petrosal sinus this is considered as the first tributaries. First tributary of internal jugular vein. It drains into the internal jugular vein, and this internal jugular vein is connected with the cavernous sinus to this inferior petrosal sinus. This is about the sinus, remaining sinus.